Okay, so a little review of what we learned last week, which was writing vertex form and then also a standard form equation when you know the vertex and you know another point. So the vertex is always going to be your h and your k. And then the other point, you know, whether it's a point, y-intercept, x-intercept, whatever they give you, that's always going to be an x and a y. So when they say vertex form, that's the one where we're looking for y equals a x minus h quantity squared plus k. So we want to write this. Basically, we're going to plug in these four numbers that we know. That's going to let us solve for the a value, and then let us write the final vertex form equation. So let's do that. So y is 4, a is what we don't know, x is 2, minus 1, plus k. All right, so perfect. So we took that equation, we substituted these four numbers in. And then we just need to simplify this. So 2 minus 1 is 1, and 1 squared is still just 1. So that's just going to be 1a, so that's easy. Subtract the 1 over, and now we know our a value. So this is what we're going to be using to write our vertex form equation. So our first answer, our vertex form equation, is going to just be y equals the a value we found, x minus h, quantity squared, plus 1. So there is answer number 1. There's the vertex form equation that has this vertex, this point. Okay, so then standard form, we can take this and we can convert it to standard form by expanding it. So this is where we're going to want to write this x minus 1 times x minus 1. That's what we call expanded form. Distribute that out and see how it all simplifies. All right, so still got this 3. We're going to get x squared. And then, again, I like the shortcut here, so I go, that's going to give me a minus x, but that's also going to give me a minus x. So overall, that's a minus 2x. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is going to be a plus 1. All right, so now this 3 can get distributed to all three of these things. So we have 3x squared minus 6x. And then that's going to give me a plus 3. But we're also just going to add 1 to it in the next step anyway. So you can go ahead and save yourself a step and go ahead and just call it plus 4 because you got plus 3 plus 1. All right, so now these are my two answers. Got my vertex form, got my standard form. And on here I put a little note to check your equations with a grapher. So if you put both these in a graphing calculator, in the Desmos app, whatever, you just want to see that they're identical. So if I want to double check my work, again, great move on a quiz, test, whatever, put in that first one you came up with, put in the second one we came up with. Okay, and then so you can press graph to look at the graph, but if I'm using the calculator here, I really find the table to be more useful because what I'm looking for is, are these identical? And in our case, yes, they are. You can also double check that it's got the vertex. So yeah, it's got the vertex at 1, 1. It's got the coordinate 2, 4. So you know 100% these answers are correct. It's a really useful thing for quizzes and tests to know if you're right.